Vaheguru, 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 Vaheguru. Jagraj Singh has been a very vocal individual over the last couple of years. He's very much been a part of basics of Sikhi. For many people, he's actually helped them understand more about the faith Sikhism. And this year, the Sikh community was very shocked to hear that he'd actually been diagnosed with stage 4 cancer. We saw a lot of people sending messages of love and support to him, but also what he managed to do by being so open and vocal about his personal situation has actually got the South Asian community, the Sikh community, talking about something that they may not necessarily talk about. There's a lot that we wanted to discuss with him, and I just want to take a moment to say thank you to him for staying, especially with I know how he's feeling tonight. So we very much do appreciate that. Jagraj, thanks again for joining us on Radio London.
You're too kind. It's a pleasure to be on.
We've tried many times to get you on, and I know you've been a very, very busy guy in terms of your public speaking that you do and going out onto the streets. Your videos on YouTube very much have been viral for many years of you speaking to people who don't know much about Sikhism, the faith. But I just want to initially just start off by asking you one question, and then we'll delve more into your work and your perspective. How have you felt over the past 8 months since, you've come out and been so open regarding your cancer, and how the community has responded to you?
I've just been overwhelmed by the love people have shown. I don't know if I don't think I'm deserving in the slightest, but so much love has been shown, and I'm so grateful to all the people and to God for giving me that support that I needed when it was really tough. So the people have been really good, and obviously my family, friends, they've really stepped up, and it's just been amazing to see people come together just to help me, and I feel really grateful.
Well, I think that's one thing that all of us have really felt as well, actually, Jagraj. But I guess what you don't realise or know is that your videos have affected many, many people across the country, but also the world as well. You have talked about the importance of your faith, Sikhism, and perhaps the strength that it's given you personally, especially with what you're going through now. Why was it important for you in the beginning to talk about the basics of Sikhism, to be able to speak and share that message to people? Why was it important for you to go on that journey and use social media to do that?
To be honest, I was always expecting someone else better than me to come along and do it. So I was like, somebody's going to come along and then find out, look, YouTube is really clever. And, you got Just Raid, you got all these people making videos. And I was like, somebody's going to start making Sikh videos.
Yeah.
And they didn't. I was waiting. And I was like, you know what? Until someone better comes along, I'll just do something.
Yeah.
So I just started with 10 videos. And then it just grew. People said, could you make one about this? Could you make one about that? Then I had ideas. I was very fortunate. My wife's been so supportive of me that she allowed me to take a sabbatical from my full-time work, which is my own business, and just focus on this stuff.
Wow.
And I'd never edited videos. I'd never made videos. I'd never gone on social media. To be honest, I had no YouTube profile at all. So it was a big shock to me to transition into this system, but it worked. And then we had ideas like, we should have a course to teach people certain things. And then we made the course and we wrote it and delivered it, and people loved it. So then I started delivering the course regularly. Then the Gurdwara gave us a slot every Sunday, 5 to 6, 6 to 7 at Park Avenue. That was a bit, it was dead at that time. Sunday evening, no one really turns up, but somehow people just started turning up, and it grew. So with God's grace, the project just started from a small one-man thing, and I think we're about 13, 14 people now.
Wow.
Amazing.
Can I ask, it's obviously a hunger out there for information and clarity when it comes down to any religion. And you're calling yourself basics of Sikhi. There's a lot of people who use religion and use their faith in a way where they want to push their agenda over. And then sometimes it doesn't correspond with what some people have been grown up with. Where do you look for the basics of Sikhi? Because one thing is weddings. I think it was that we talked about on this show about secret weddings that are being performed all over the world. And then we had a bit of controversy in this country when people were interrupting Sikh weddings.
That's right. And I think a lot of that was down to misunderstanding it from both sides.
Right.
As to what was being requested and asked for. People felt they would be excluded from their religion, and that really hurts, you know.
Yeah.
When you're told, oh, you're not good enough or whatever. But at the same time, I don't think that was a message that people were trying to give.
Mm-hmm.
So what we've decided to do is educate rather than to get involved in the arguments and fight.
Right.
So we don't do protests, but we educate. So we made a course now. It's going to be delivered soon in Southall.
Right.
And it's it's a 2-3 hour session courses.
Uh-huh.
One deals with the spiritual aspect of the lava.
Right.
And then other kind of ceremony, the wedding ceremony. And then the other part deals with the practicalities of the day. You know, the walk through, the talk through.
Brilliant.
And just so you know what's going to happen, because a lot of grooms or brides don't know what's going to happen.
They listen to their auntie or uncle.
That's right. And then we also want to combine that with that they know what they're getting into.
Right.
And what the ceremony means, so that it becomes more meaningful to them as well.
Yeah.
I mean, there's four circles around Guru Granth Sahib Ji.
Right.
Where you bow on each one, and each time there's a specific verse read out.
Right.
And that's a commitment, because you bow, accept it, and then you walk around, bow again, sit down. At that point, you're accepting that hukum from the Guru, the order. And the order has not been understood by 90% at the moment. So I think if that was understood, we would reduce the amount of tension.
So can I ask, why
when
is
you
it...
say basics, for me, basics is things like, do you know who the 10 Gurus are?
Right.
Do you know what they did?
Yeah.
What did they achieve when they were around?
Yeah.
A lot of people don't have that.
Yeah.
Right? So that's what, like, we have a course called the Why Guru.
Right.
And that's a 14-week course.
Right.
And we actually just focus upon getting people to know the Guru.
Right.
And they find out about the life, what they did, what they achieved, where they were. And then we bring up topics that don't get discussed so much, like what is the Khalsa?
Right.
Or what is Amrit? Right? That's one topic. Then another one would be like, okay, what is Kirtan? Because when you go to Gurdwara, everybody hears Rag Asa, Rag Sorat. But what do they mean? So talking about that. So we incorporated music into it. We incorporated the philosophy. What is meditation? Why do people say Why Guru? You know, a lot of people don't know why they say Why Guru. They just sit there and do what everybody else.
Just following.
Monkey see, monkey do, basically, as opposed to say Why Guru from the heart.
Yeah.
So it's things like that.
That kind of leads me on to the question regarding the academy. What is it that you're doing in terms of an academy?
Right. So basically, we just realised a couple of years ago that myself and another guy weren't going to be enough to do the education we wanted to do.
Right.
So we said, why don't we train people free of charge in how to teach? Because there's no such course here.
No. Right.
And there's no syllabus. So we set up a syllabus. We hired a full-time teacher. And we've started a course that lasts 6 months. And we've had two iterations of the course go through now.
Right.
And we've had from that people that have joined us now full-time as teachers. You know, so we've created the next generation. So like, in a way, when you're talking about my cancer, if I go, there's people behind to
Who
take
carries
care,
on, yeah.
to carry this legacy on, because it wasn't meant to be about me.
No.
The videos were never tried to keep my name off. It wasn't about what I was thinking about. It was about what the Guru taught. And if you can get other people to learn that and teach that, then I'm happy. I've done something, of use to the world, rather than just fritter it away on my own business and one day think, oh, I should have done something more, but I didn't.
Can I ask you, Jagraj, when we talk about some of the stuff that you just touched on right now, if you look at other religions, let's go back to the wedding element of it. If I wanted to go to a church and get married in a church, I would have to do a course. If I wanted to go to a mosque, same restrictions would be. Why has it taken? It's not even taken. Why hasn't this been applied to Gurdwara and in the Sikh religion? When
You're opening a can of worms now.
But that's what I'm trying to say. Why hasn't this been adopted a lot further before?
It's a complacency amongst the people that are running our Gurdwara.
Right.
Their focus seems to be more on building buildings,
right,
getting in the weddings to come to their Gurdwara, bigger halls, bigger langar halls, and the focus has not been education.
Right.
So when you go to a Gurdwara now, it's hard to say. Is this a school for Sikhi, or is it a place for Sikhs to congregate and get married and have langar?
That's a very, very good point. We're going to take a couple of final points from Jagraj straight after the traffic and travel, and then we'll be playing our interview with Malika Kaur as well. Right now, though, it's 7:45. Let's go to the traffic and travel with Fiona McKinnon.
Welcome back to BBC Radio London. You are listening to Sunny and Shay, and we're in conversation with, I guess, one of the most important people when it comes down to, if you are a part of the Sikh religion and you are looking for someone to teach you the basics of it, you could say he's a guru.
Exactly, I like that. Jagraj Singh, Basics of Sikhi. Jagraj.
But if a teacher, a guru is a teacher, right?
Exactly.
And everyone needs a teacher.
A parrot for my guru.
I like that. And you know what? Sometimes when people who are parrots and they can translate those words in a way where I can understand it, then please keep being parrot.
Yeah.
Keep parroting as long as you can.
That's all I can do.
That's all you can do, but I'm glad that you're doing it, because there's been a lot of people, actually, not just Sikh, and this is the important aspect that I really wanted to touch upon finally, Jagraj. You know, you've touched people who don't know much about Sikhs, who look at the face value, may see someone like yourself with the turban, with the beard, and actually can be quite scared because they don't fully understand.
We've actually had people become Sikh for watching the videos.
Yeah.
Amazing.
I'm not surprised.
Said I'm going to take Amrit.
Yeah.
You've inspired me. The videos have inspired me. Gurus inspired me. So yeah, I mean, it's really we're hoping that it's a bit of a movement rather than just the education.
Yeah.
But that people learn about us, because there's a lot the gurus have to give to the world, and we believe that the Sikhs haven't shared it enough.
Yeah.
I mean, the project we talked about earlier, Amritsar, basically, it's like this. We decided that, you know, Golden Temple is such an iconic place for us. Everybody's visiting there, but not many people understand what it's about or what it does. So we decided, why don't we make a centre there, a visitor centre?
Okay.
And, you know, it was going to cost a lot of money, and people said, how are you going to raise that much money, make a building, hire people? And they did it. We raised £225,000.
Amazing.
Just to build a centre in Amritsar as a visitor centre. And it ties in with the work we're doing in other languages, because we're already translating our videos into different languages. We've got French videos, German, Spanish, Italian, Japanese, Chinese.
Wow.
List goes on. We've all got an app now with all our leaflets.
It's gone worldwide. It's going worldwide. That movement that began
if we had that in
for
Amritsar, when people would turn up from another language, they could give them the leaflet straight away.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
So the work's already done, but there's nowhere to showcase it.
Yeah.
Nowhere to have a centerpiece. And that's what I think Amritsar is going to be for us.
Final question for you, Jagraj. And again, we both really do appreciate you being here tonight. You talked about legacy, you know, and I want to take a moment to congratulate you on becoming a father again last week to a beautiful baby girl.
Yeah.
What message would you like to leave to listeners who have heard you for the first time? You know, they're going to probably now go and look into Basics of Sikhi and get more of an understanding of the movement, which is what we like to call it. But then also to those people who have followed your personal journey for many number of years, who feel so affiliated with you, and as Sunny said, almost see you like a guru and a teacher. What would you like to say?
I started thinking about basics when my kids were little, and I was thinking, what's going to be there for them?
Right.
And I really didn't want to be somebody who just came on this earth, lived, passed away, and didn't do much for what I'm so passionate about, which is my guru. And, you know, now my little one's here, it's even more imperative for me to really build something which is long-term and lasting beyond me. So that, and I would urge everybody to think about that, about their life and about their legacy, because what do we want to be remembered by our grandkids? I have a very close friend, Sunit Tully, who talked about this at one of our camps, because we're running camps in India now, Sikhi camps, and he was talking about the legacy. And the fact is, what do you want to be remembered by? I like to be remembered as someone who tried their best in their life to do something for the Sikh Panth and for the Guru. And no matter what little I did, you know, that's what I could do. And I do think everybody should think about their lives, because we're not here forever. And as my, you know, what I'm facing in my life and my health, you realise life is precious. You've got a little bit of time. Use it for the best. Use it to do something good in this world. And then you're going to go anyway. Everybody has to go. My faith in the Guru's kept me strong. I know why he's brought me here. I understand. I'm not at all upset that I got this cancer. I just wish people realize how precious their life is, that they did more with it. Because otherwise we'll waste it, or just, just useless things in our life.
I couldn't agree with you more. Listen, Jagraj, a pleasure having you here. You've got all of us behind you. We give you all of our love and best wishes. And when you see your daughter tonight, make sure you give her a kiss from me as well, okay? Just beautiful talking to Jagraj. We'll be back straight after this.
If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, share and subscribe. Please donate and help spread Guruji's message. Link is in the description below. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.